Meet your speakers. Ene Abuobe is a physician and epidemiologist with a passion for mental health and has well over a decade of experience in her field. Ofori Adive is an experienced entrepreneur in fashion and agro-processing. She enjoys helping people get more visibility for their business and is a successful network marketer. Paul Anari, also known as Wind Anari, has vast experience and deep understanding of investments, alternative currencies, and monetary history. With over 20 years in the industry, he has designed 3 workable hands-on systems, helped both parents and young adults in career path and career change. He is also the co-founder of the Wealth9 Investment Academy. Chioma Nwokedi Moma is a public policy lawyer, an author, and parenting and family life advocate. A mother of 4 who is also passionate about women fulfilling their God-given potential, maximizing their roles as mothers and nation builders, among others. She is the founder of Learn, Let's Encourage a Reading Nation, and a member of the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators. You can catch her on her blog at Chioma Moma and www.chioma.net. Adebola Adefila has been an entrepreneur for over 19 years, with 13 years spent in manufacturing. She is the COO of Bandit Rolls Nigeria, a brand visible across the country and in some West African countries. She is an associate member of Winbase and a founder of the Profiting Hub, a business know-how platform. She also speaks at events and has live classes, coaching sessions, and masterclasses. Adebola Adefila is also an author and founder of the Iredire ready-to-wear brand. Bolaji Agbelusi Ni Dada is a professional pilot of over 2 decades in the Nigerian aviation industry, making history as the first female pilot to command an all-female flight on April 1, 2009. She is also a training professional and pioneer director of Caverton Aviation Training Organization. She is a social entrepreneur and founder of Zoos Foundation, concerned with educational support and capacity building.
In this world. All right, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back. If you were with us in the last session, that was an explosive session. Sometimes an explosive session doesn't necessarily have to be one where where it's a lot of like fire. I mean, we love that. It's beautiful. When the energy is there, is beautiful because the person carries you along and you're able to get the message with some energy. But there are times that the message is subtle, right? The message might be subtle and in some story-like manner and all of that, and it's still explosive because it's packed with knowledge. I think that's what happened to us in the last 2 sessions. When we started this conference, or at the point where we were creating awareness about this conference, I said that I was bringing to you people who were coming here to tell you about their real life experiences. I was bringing to you not stories of other people, not excerpts from Google or from any other thing. I was going to bring to you people who were living, this story. I mean, this whatever it was we're talking about. I'm bringing to you people who were living, who were doing, people who have been there and done that. These are the kind of people I wanted us as parents to see things from a practical point this time. We hear a lot of talking, a lot of theories, we hear a lot of advice and a lot of tips and all of that, every now and then. So sometimes some of us just take it like it's motivational speaking. No, it's not always motivational speaking. These things we're talking about are real life experiences, real outcomes, right? And real things that happen in everyday life. So we're talking about a teenager that can be rebellious, and we bring someone who was a rebellious teenager to you. We're talking about we're talking about able to dare to pursue your dream, and we bring to you someone who is dared and has pursued her dream and has turned that to be a lot of first, even at the time, right? Even at the time where very few people ventured into the same field or the same career. So this is a lot of there's a lot of practical for us, and it's very important. At the beginning of this year, I said that in the group also, that 2021 is going to be a lot of hands-on. We want to hold parents by the hands and walk you through your journey. In walking you through your journey, we're also walking through our journey too. So we are in this together. Okay, we are in this together. All right, so I will we'll come. I guess we will come up okay very soon. So, did you see the flyer before I came up? It's the flyer for our Children's Day campaign, right? I have said, so I wrote bedtime stories last year. We released it about this time last year, and bedtime stories for champions, has gone to do so well. It's gone to do so well, and listen to has gone to do so well in the last year, right? We launched it sometime. Okay, we launched it. Sorry, one second. We launched it sometime in July. Okay, so we launched it sometime in July of last year. We launched it July, and then had pre-order July, August, right? So it was out somewhere around July, August, and all of that. And that book has gone well. This is the book I'm talking about, Bedtime Stories for Champions, right? So Bedtime Stories has gone to do, remarkably well. We sold over 500 during the pre-order. We sold over 100, about 150 copies in the 2 weeks or so of pre-order, and we sold over 500 copies in the first 6 months of this book. We are about printing a new set of 1,000 copies of Bedtime Stories for Champions. So it's a book that parents have said, has been like a good source of a bonding tool for them. It's been something that they found to be a very useful resource in their parenting, right? So it's an amazing book. So what we have done is, because we know that there's some children that cannot get this book, there's some children that cannot get access to this book. We know that some children cannot get access to this book because their parents probably are not into buying storybooks and things like that. So what we have decided to do, okay, this Children's Day 2021, as part of our Baby Steps to Purpose campaign, is we have decided to take 300 copies of bedtime stories to schools where we have children from low-income homes, okay, and then orphanages also around the FCT. So we want to take bedtime stories to them. We want to have sessions with them where we can talk to them about purpose. And because bedtime story is full of inspirational stories of young people who are doing amazing things or who have done amazing things, okay, and a few older people who started doing amazing things when they were young. So it's our hope and dream that these children will read these stories in this book, and the stories in this book will inspire them. There's stories about chefs and stories about young people who are running businesses and giving back to their communities. There's stories about young children who are using their voices, right, around the world. The stories like that in this book, and see, it's a beautiful book. It's a beautiful book. Good quality and all of that. So we're taking this book to orphanages, okay, and to schools where they have low-income families, and we want to give it to them. And because it's Children's Day, we would also like to take a few goodies to these children so that they can feel special on this day. So we have the campaign, and we are asking for people to partner with us, people to donate to be a part of this campaign through donation. So if you have donations, so if you have anything, if this resonates with you, okay, and you would like to partner with us, after this video, we will have a link for you, or in the group we'll have a link for you where you can click and make donations, or you can just simply go to you can just simply go to our website www.parentingthroughmentorship and make your donation right there. In fact, you can go to our website, www.parentingthroughmentorship, and then make your donations right there to be a part of this campaign. And we will do well to appreciate you. So thank you very much. So I'm going to bring my guests on screen in the next minute. She had something. She had an engagement that stretched a little, so that's why we're a bit late. Sorry about that, but she's ready and she will come up in the next minute. All right. Just send a message that. Okay. All right. So just 1 second, and our guests, just a minute, and we'll have our guests with us soon. Okay. 1 second, please. All right. So our guest today is the beautiful, admirable, super advocate, parenting advocate, Chioma Moma. So Chioma Moma is not only a career person, she's also a mom of 4 amazing children. And in all of this, she still finds time to author amazing books. And then she is a strong advocate of premium parenting. She helps mothers especially to find a way to balance profession and family and all of that. She believes that our children should be given the attention that they are due. So I'm going to bring Chioma on screen in the next second. All right. Hello, Chioma. Good afternoon.
It's so good to be here. Oh my God, my makeup is running.
Sorry.
How are you, Mary Beth?
Power?
They took power. Oh, they took power. So it affected, they took our lights.
Okay. Sorry about that. I know. So when I was dragging all of you to this Sunday session, I knew that it was a lot of sacrifice, because Sunday is when you do church. After church, sometimes you want to do family or friends, and then you want to just simply sleep.
I have family in my house right now. I just want them to give me some minutes. I need to do this, so they're entertaining themselves.
Sorry about that. So we don't take it for granted that you make time to be here. And thank you for allowing us bully you like this.
You can't bully me. It's me that has made the commitment to be here. That's why I'm here. That is why I'm big on commitment. So I made the commitment to be here, and that is why I'm here. Else, I could just cancel, make I rest.
All right. Thank you for not canceling. Thank you.
Yeah, it's important.
Thank you for showing up.
Yeah, it's important to be here. Yeah, it's important. So
thank you so much. All right, so thank you so much, Chioma. So Chioma is going to be talking to us today about helping our children nurture their talents, because you listened to Dr. Bolaji, and she talked a lot about giving your children access, right? Access being that you find out what it is that your children love, what it is that your children are interested in. And then when you find what it is that they love, or what it is that they're interested in or have a talent in, then you help them keep it alive. Okay, you want to be the one to help them keep it alive. You don't want to be that parent that will reason why your child loses an interest in something. And so that's what Choma is going to be talking to us about today. So Choma, I'm just going to go backstage and allow you take the whole screen.
How much time do I have?
About 40 minutes, and then we'll ask questions.
It's too long. I'll do my best.
All right, just do and let us know when you're ready for questions. That's okay.
Oh yeah. I'll just do it. I'll just make it summarize. I'll do it short and sweet. So hi everyone, it's good to be here. Like I told Mary Beth, it's a commitment I made. I believe a lot in parents mentoring their children and being a good example to them. That's why I'm here to speak on this topic. And my parents did that for me. They encouraged me a lot with my dreams and aspirations. They supported, even as an adult, when I wanted to start writing, a lot of the inspiration was from them. They recognized my gifts. It was my mom that saw my writing and said, "You actually have a writing gift. You actually have a writing gift and you should pursue it." And I'm happy I listened to her and I'm pursuing that gift. And when I was doing other things, other crafts and art, they also encouraged me to pursue those things, which I did. And it's been good. So as parents, we owe it to our children to support their dreams and to help them. Every good parent, it is your job to actually help your child identify those gifts that are inherent in them, those things that they were born with, those things that come naturally to them and they're gifted in, and support it. There's a parent that called me yesterday. Her son is a chef and he's a spoken word poet. She is always so driven about supporting her son's dreams. She will talk to people about what he does. She will help him send out invites. She has invested money in it to help him, and he is winning awards. He won an award the other day with Governor Wike. He's doing exploits. I tell you, and I'll tell Mary Beth about his programs. Maybe she can tell a few of you to join in. And then another thing that is so important, while helping your children, is that you must allow them explore and pursue. Don't try and force them to pursue what you think is the in thing. So you might see, a lot of children are playing basketball. Your son is tall, you must play basketball. If he's not, let the interest even be there. What are his gifts? Maybe he's not good on his feet. Maybe he's not athletic. Look at the things that he naturally is drawn towards, and then you can now help him develop that. Like my children love playing football, so anything that has to do with football, for instance, how can you support them? The gear they need for playing football, their kits, all the things that they need, support them. When they're doing tournaments, allow them to go. Be with them, cheer them on when you can. Once they show, at the earlier the better. When you look at people like the Williams sisters, Venus and Serena, it was when they were really young, but their parents saw that these children are onto something, and they encouraged them and they coached them, and they're the champions they are today. But I must give you a word of caution. Sometimes a lot of parents try to live vicariously through their children. What do I mean? Maybe they wanted to be something. The child, you wanted to be a footballer. You did not, live that dream. You now want to force your child to play football. Meanwhile, he's not really interested in that sport. So you do everything to make him play football because you're dreaming of him going to Arsenal, and he's going to be your meal ticket and everything. So you're pushing him so much to do that thing, which you are the one that is interested in it. Go and be. It's the same way a lot of parents force their children to go and study medicine. Maybe that's what they want. Maybe they have a hospital and they want you to hand over to that child. So you must be careful that you do not live vicariously through your children or force what you want on them. Do they actually want it? Maybe you've seen a child playing piano very well. And like, I would like my child to play piano. And you've now introduced the piano to your child. And you've seen that with all your efforts, my daughter, she plays the piano. And sometimes she's like, I don't want to play anymore. I'm trying to encourage her, but I cannot force her. I'm not going to give her, so what I've done is, okay, instead of going for practice every week, you will go like every other week because she's not so keen. So I need to make sure unless she rekindles the interest, I don't want to force her because I would like to have a child that plays the piano. That's more about me, isn't it, than her. So make sure, yes, you want to, because for her, look, it's also going to help you, playing instruments help your fine motor skills, blah, blah, blah. It's a good thing to have. It will help you even with your admission process in university when you're good in other things. But at the end of the day, if she absolutely does not want to do it, she hates it, I will allow her stop. So when your child is tired of something, don't force it. Then it becomes laborious. So your child might be showing that they have the gift in a particular area. Don't force it. Or if it's something that is your own dream, please don't force it. But when you have identified it and they are good at a particular thing, have discussions with them. Be ready to invest them and support them with your time. The time is very important. You have to use your time and your substance. Speak to your network. You have a child who is like, one of my children is very into charitable work. So once in a while, he will call me. He's very into giving. That's one of the gifts he has, and he has a compassionate heart. So when he wants to organize things, raise money, I can see, I send my friends messages. Oh, my son wants to, he will reach out to you, or I reach out to them on his behalf. And he does all these things. That's my way of supporting his dream and showing I believe in him. But that's one thing. When you support your child, you're showing them you believe in them. And by the time the thing your child wants to do might not really interest you. Maybe Maribeth will share my Instagram page with you later, but I shared a video recently of a young girl who she was very science driven, loved calculations and all the science-based things, but she also loved singing. She loved music so much. She was passionate about music. And her mom was like, okay, what can I do? This is a child who's a STEM child, a science, tech, engineering, and I forgot what STEM stands for. You know what STEM is. We all know what STEM is anyway. Science-based subjects. That's STEM. So this is a child as a STEM child. She's science-based, but she also has a love for music and the arts. What can I do? Her mom now allowed her to go into a university that will allow her combine honors. So she has a major in computer science and a minor in music. She's able to leave school with 2 degrees because her mother encouraged and supported her dream. Okay, she didn't stop her. She didn't say, oh, you cannot sing. No child of mine is singing. She's doing wonderfully well with her singing. Her mother supports her. She helps her with her, all the things she needs concerning that singing. And it's very, very important we do say. For me, one of the things I do apart from speaking about parenting and family life is I also mentor writers. And a lot of parents come to me saying, look, my child can write. I've seen things they've written. They've seen a lot of children, they write a notebook and it looks good. I want to support them. And trust me, a lot of the children that they're bringing their work to me, it is impressive. So I want to give kudos to those kind of parents. Look at your child. Those things that they're scribbling, I think at this time they're just wasting paper. She's just writing anyhow. She might actually be an author in the making, or she might be an artist. Look at that thing objectively and say, this thing that she's doing, she's not just wasting paper. She's actually writing something that has some sense. Ask an expert, ask someone who has some competence to look at it. If you're not sure, which is what a lot of these parents did to me. They said, look, do you mind looking at my child's work? And I applied them. And I saw their work. And in fact, there's one of them now, we're working on publishing his book because he is so gifted. Another one, the parents said that the fact that she, because if you don't encourage them at times, sometimes they get tired. Another parent called me and said that their child has been writing since she was like 6. She's always writing stories. Oh, I want to be an author. She'll write. And now that she's in JS1, because they never supported her. Now that she's in JS1, JS2, she said she's tired of writing. She's not writing again. That schoolwork is enough to keep her occupied. And now that they want, because now they've seen that, look, there's money in this thing. She can actually make a lot of money if we support this dream. Now they want to support her, but it's a bit late. She's now not interested. So I'm trying to help them talk to her and see if we can rekindle that thing, because she had genuine interest in that. But because of their the way they ignored her and their nonchalance, she has kind of let it go. So don't be the one that will kill your child's dream. Don't be the one that will tell them they cannot do it. Don't be the one that will tell them, oh, it's not practical. If they want to play football, encourage them. Take them for football practice. If they want to let's play the violin, buy them the violin. It takes investing, some money might be spent, but at the end of the day, help them explore. If at the end of the day it doesn't work out, at least you have the satisfaction of knowing that you tried, and your child will know that you are important to them. So you made the effort in that dream. A lot of times the dreams, even us as adults, some of our dreams and our business prospects don't work out. But still, we still try. So even if your child, if you think it might not be a good idea, as long as it's not going to cost you too much, you might try and see. You'll be surprised where it will lead to. And if it doesn't lead anywhere, at least they've tried it, they've ventured it, nothing ventured, nothing. At least they've explored it and they've said that, okay, this might have worked. There is something here or something there. So please, I don't have much to say, to be honest. Just the main thing you need to do, first of all, identify. You are the parent. From an early age, a child's character is being formed, their gift and their calling are being nurtured. Identify what your child's gifts and calling. My second child is very mechanical based, engineering based. If he comes and tells me that he wants to do something like, art, like, because he's never shown any interest in art, I'll be surprised. I might think maybe somebody just influencing him and he doesn't really have any interest because I know him. So know your child, know their interests, identify them, study them. And once you have been able to see what those interests are, encourage them. Don't force them. Don't nag about it. Don't make it laborious. A lot of people, they don't make it like a chore. You see a lot of these parents abroad that their young girls are into modeling. That's another way some are living vicariously through those children. You're making them go for modeling show and they have no interest in it whatsoever. And they're actually frustrated with the whole thing, but you're pushing them. No, don't let it be like that. Let them know that they need to work hard, but let it be something that doesn't drive them to the other side in terms of getting frustrated, because I don't think they will abandon it. So when they have that genuine interest, if it's music, take them for to a lesson. Find out people who will help young musicians. If it's photography, look for a photography club, help them explore. If it's basketball, take them to play basketball. If any sports here, if it's here in Abuja, take them to National Stadium and find experts there, or Old Parade Ground. You find someone that can help. If it's boxing, show it, whatever it's you think they have interest in. Encourage them by taking them to at least try. If it's gymnastics, you never know where they will go. But you need to try, and the earlier the better. Catching them young is always good because they're more flexible, they're able to learn better, they're able to do more. They're never too young. Don't think, oh, my child is too young. This is her dream. She wants to be a chef. No, there are people who are doing wonderful things at very young ages, writing books, doing all sorts of amazing things at the age of 7, 8, 9. So it is not too early. Once you've identified that gift, then you hone it. How do you hone it? By encouraging them, by buying books, by giving them the right material that they need to help them get better and better at that craft. Okay? So if you see your child, like my son, at the point he told me if you like taking pictures, I said, okay, good. I'm going to look for someone that will mentor him. I actually found someone, but it wasn't convenient at the time, but he will still go. But I got him a camera, and then he's not, any events we have, family events, he brings out the camera and he's taking pictures, and it's something he enjoys. It's something he enjoys. I'm encouraging him to take it seriously. From there, he can build a picture portfolio. You don't know what it will do for him in terms of his future prospects, because the way the world is now is about soft skills. Soft skills are the future. Those things that we don't think are so important. It's not only about degree. Those gifts you have make you stand out and give you an extra edge. My daughter, for instance, she likes to draw. And someone just told me, look, what are you doing with her drawing? So now I want to, I just bought her some coloring thing last week. It's a small sacrifice. I had to spend money on it, but it's worth it because it's keeping her active. She's doing what she enjoys, and from there, you never know. Maybe this will give her a scholarship or help her, in her future career. So parents, please don't be tired. Look at that child. You know them very well. How do you know them very well? Because you're the one that had them. And if you spend time with them, you will be able to identify their gifts and their callings. Encourage them. Don't laugh at that thing they're saying. Don't look down on it. Don't think, there's no future, there's no money in that one. Now what do you want to do? You want to do photography? I bet. How much you heard of people like Big H, George Okoro, what's that lady in Lagos, Toyin, T.Y. Bello. They're doing amazing things in the world of photography. But they might say it's makeup. What is makeup? Encourage them. Makeup artists are making a killing. Tara has built a whole industry from makeup. People like Banka Meshida, these are people who were trained. Some of them are lawyers, some of them study all sorts of courses. But that their gifts have opened, made a room for them. The Bible says your gifts shall bring you before kings, not men. It will make room for you. So these gifts are the ones that make room for your children. So please encourage. If it's debating and they like, it might take an extra effort. Taking them for practice, if it's singing, taking them for rehearsal, it might take some extra effort. But trust me, they appreciate it and it makes them stand out. I think that's all I have to say concerning helping your children live their dreams. Mary Beth, to be honest, can even speak better on this subject than me because she is, she's so great at it. But the truth is that parents, your responsibility is high. You have a lot to do. You have to give them the tools they need. Please don't laugh at them. Please don't discourage them. Please don't look down on those things that they told you that they can do. And also be an example to them. Show them that you're living your own dream, that I am writing and doing all sorts of things. It inspires them to know that, yes, you can actually do things that you enjoy. And you can actually work on your own dreams and aspirations. So encourage them. Set a good example for them. Don't discourage them. Give them the necessary tools that they need. They cannot buy themselves the implements needed for this thing that they're interested in. buy, spend some money and buy for them. Give them the education that they need to hone and to, groom them in this their gifts and calling, and you won't regret it. I trust you. Trust me, you will not regret it. You will be happy when your child is doing that thing that they enjoy and they're happy and they're thriving. You will be a proud mom, and they, more importantly, will be a very, very, very fulfilled young adult, young child, young, teenager adult, because they're doing what they love, and you will get them to be able to reach any heights when you're encouraging them like that. So that is it in a nutshell. Please encourage your children, okay? And be patient. Tell them, that at times they might fail, at times it might not be 100%, but through it all, be there with them. Show them that you love them and you're going to support them no matter how it turns out. They might not win that tournament, so they might not get picked in the NBA or their basketballers, but still, they know mom and dad encourage them and they will never forget it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Chioma. We've been on this, and somehow, because this is what this whole conference is about. So each speaker has been talking a lot about this, right? But you said something that's different and profound. How sometimes we want to leave what our dreams in our children, the things that we couldn't achieve, then we tactically or selfishly begin to push them towards it. I mean, sometimes there's really nothing wrong with, trying to direct them, towards something. But that's only if, as a parent, you can sit down and see probably your child is always drawing and all of that. And he has never mentioned the fact that he would want to be an artist or he would want to do something in that life. So, of course, you want to create opportunities, right? You want to create opportunities around that particular thing, so that maybe the child will pick, that will be the reason why the child is nudged or the child picks an interest, because he already has seeds along that line. So that's one way of nudging your children. But sometimes that's not what we do. We don't just nudge, we don't just direct, we pull. We practically pull them to read just because we couldn't achieve it. And then there's the other one you talked about a family business or a profession that is in the family. So sometimes we hear things like, oh, there is this family, the father is a doctor and all 6 children became a doctor and became doctors. So somewhere in my head, I'm always like, okay, like that. I mean, it's possible. Like all 6 of them it's possible. Like all 6 of them just loved this thing and all of that. So yeah, that's possible. But we want to be sure that we're not the ones with our parenting ego in front of us, practically trying to live our unlived lives through our children.
Through them. Yeah.
Yes.
I'll tell you a story, of a family I know closely. Sorry to interrupt. I know them very closely, and it's a family, actually my husband's family. They're all doctors. Him and his brothers are all doctors. And then when the last born, wanted to study medicine, I thought I was like, I hope it's not because your brothers are doctors. I hope it's not because he was worried. There's a way some people will inspire you. Yes, you can be inspired, but are you sure that's what you really want? And it was so bad that, I remember her first jam, he could have helped her get to medical school. He didn't help her. He left her to see that, okay, maybe you can, this is your result, cannot get medicine, but just because he wanted to make sure she was sure, and he saw that this girl was sure she wanted to study medicine. So of course he encouraged her. Now she has her master's in public health and she's doing great things. So these are the ways you cannot see, are you sure this is what you really want? And give them some small tests, maybe allow them to intern. This is, I want to be a lawyer. Oh yeah, go and intern in a law firm. Let me see if you really like this law. If it's because you've seen maybe your best friend wants to be a lawyer. Or I want to do this business. Are you sure? You can do things to, see if you're not really confident that this is really a gift they have, but you don't want to discourage them. You can find ways of just pushing them there to see if they will do well, or giving them an inkling. Okay, this is what it's like. It might be looking glamorous to you, or you might think it's so cool. Are you sure you can? Are you sure it's for you? Oh yeah, try it for 1 week. Let's see, and that will help you. Like, by the time the child goes there and you see how the child is doing well in that office, that 1 week internship, you're like, oh, this is really what she wants to do. She really, really, really is passionate. But a lot of the children that did my writing camp over Easter. You could see that the passion was there. They were so excited. So I'm sure for their parents, they were happy that my child is really a writer because they really enjoyed it. A child that would have come for that workshop and said, any child that wasn't sure, after that workshop, they'll say, Mom, I don't want to write. It's because my friend is writing, it's not for me. So these are things we can do to show, to help know if it's really a genuine calling and if they really are interested, or if they're just not copying somebody, copying you.
Because really, I mean, it's really very true. Human beings or children, human beings, all of us are influenced by, we're influenced by our environment and our experiences. So it's only normal, because we're influenced by experiences and our environment, it's only normal that the things that they see around them is the first influence that they have. So of course you want to give them access. Go explore it and then find out if this is just noise or if this is the real thing. So if you don't allow them try, if you don't allow them explore, how would you know? And that's what some of us don't do. Some of us don't do that. We don't allow them explore. We don't allow them try. The last our last guest is a pilot rather. Our last guest is a pilot, Captain Bolaji, and she talked about how she grew up in Kaduna, around the aviation center and all of that in Kaduna, and then she had her uncles who flew jets and all of that. So of course, naturally, that's her environment influencing her. But her parents didn't leave it at that. They made sure to take her to see the planes, to go into the planes and all of that. They gave her access and then waited to see if it was something that was going to die or something that was going to grow. So she said even at the point where it was time to write WAEC, or when she was going to probably like SS1, where you had to choose subjects and all of that, her father still asked her the question, what do you want to do? And at that point, her father said, if that's what you want, you can do it. And she said it was a time where there were very few women who were in aviation. In fact, by the time she came back from America where she trained, there were only 9 Nigerian women. When she was going in, there were only 9 Nigerian women who were flying. And by the time she came back, there was only 1 Nigerian woman who was flying. And shortly after she started flying, the woman, she never even met her. So really, there is the part of your voice, right? There is the part of your voice as a parent. What are you saying to your child? What are you saying to them? I mean, are you positive? Are you telling them they can? Are you telling them they cannot? Right? Are you telling them they cannot? Are you telling them they can? And all of that. So I think
that's
all of these
key. Because if you are telling them it's not possible, then who will tell them it's possible? Unless you have a child that has an extremely strong will. Some children are able to just, no matter what, if everybody's even saying no, they're still able to. But for some children, once their parents say, look, it's not feasible, it's not possible, it's not going to work, that's enough for them to kill that dream. It's enough. For some people, it's enough. And my mom says, I wanted to be a musician, but my mother said, that she will, if I ever try it. And that's enough for them to say, once you have some people, no matter what, if the whole world is saying no, they will still forge ahead. That thing is burning them, and they're like, no. But not everybody has that kind of strong will. Children have different personalities, they have different makeups and all that. So for some people, just the fact that their mother said, no, you cannot do this, they'll say, okay, no problem. Meanwhile, I've seen people in their 40s, 50s, 60s living with regret. I wanted to be this, but my mother told me, no. My child can never be, you can never sing. Or my father would have killed me. Or I was very good in this, I was very good in sports, but nobody ever encouraged me. And I just I let myself, So these are things that, we need to be very careful with these human beings that we're shaping. There's so much responsibility we have over them, and the things we say. It could just be one time you said it, so it could just be one time, just one day. You'll tell us, I want to be a cook, and they will just be, and you will laugh. And that's it for life. They will just bury that dream. But anytime they say any cook on TV, they will be like, I wanted to be a cook. Who stopped you? And the day they tell you, Mommy, was that day you laughed when I was 8 years old? That was the day I said, there's no need. You'll be like, I was just playing, but they took you seriously. So you need to be very, careful about things we say, very, very careful.
All right. So thank you very much, Chioma. I can't see any question around here. I can't see any question around here. You seem to be very easy.
My dear, you know what? Let me just tell you, today, I baptized my children today. We were raised in the Anglican church, but we moved to the Pentecostal. We're back and we said, okay, let's get it done today. And they kept on shifting the dates. So today we did it. And, so you know how it is. Today we did it, so I'm happy. But, like I said, this is a very, important topic. I just said, you know what? I have to be here, to talk to these amazing parents that you're talking to today and to encourage you. Please, please, please help your children. They need us to support them. They need our support. They need our love. They need our encouragement. Just one word is enough. Just one little small investment financially is enough to help them push them in the right direction. If you don't know, find out people who know. A lot, like I said, for the writing, a lot of parents come as in, I don't know how to help this child that wants to write. I say, okay, bring them to me. So if you know this, if you can find somebody in that area, you don't have to be the person's best friend. You'll be shocked that they'll be so pleased to mentor your children and help you mentor them in that area. Okay, so look out for professionals, look out for people who can help them, with that dream. But do it with caution. Don't go and drop your child in someone's house that you don't know because you want them to mentor your child. And you say it's me that said so. It's not me, please. Just do it carefully, do it intentionally. Pray over them. And like I said, number one, watch your child and know your child so you can help them, with that beautiful gift that God has given them, so they can bloom, so they can grow, so they can blossom and be what God has called them to be.
All right. So 1 minute, Chioma will come back to give us her last word. Okay, she'll come back to give us her last
speakers. Ene Abuobe is a physician and epidemiologist with a passion for mental health and has well over a decade of experience in her field.
Chioma, can you hear me?
Ofuri Adive is an experienced entrepreneur.
Unmute yourself.
Processing. She enjoys helping people get more visibility.
I can hear you.
And is Paul and
I know. You're hosting some people, right?
Yeah, just my family members.
Alternative currencies and monetary.
I just left them with themselves.
No, Allah. So we'll just come back. You give your last word, and then we will run.
Okay.
He is also the
it was okay. Funny enough, it's almost time. Great. Sometimes it's just 5 minutes. It's just like Sunday, so we don't have like a lot of people logged in, so they'll catch the
mother of four, who is also passionate about women fulfilling their God-given potential.
Oh, Wahala, thank you for doing this.
All right, very well done.
She's the founder of Learn. Let's encourage a reading and a member of the Chartered Institute of Architecture.
Let me join myself.
You can catch her on her blog at Chioma Moma and www.chioma.net. Adebola Adefila has been an entrepreneur for over 19 years, with 13 years spent in manufacturing. She is the COO of Bandit Rolls Nigeria, a brand visible across the country and in some West African countries. She is an associate member of Winbase and a founder of the Profiting Hub, a business know-how platform. She also speaks at events and has live classes, coaching sessions, and masterclasses. Adebola Adefila is also an author and founder of the Iredire ready-to-wear brand. Bolaji Agbelusi Ni Dada is a professional pilot of over 2 decades in the Nigerian aviation industry, making history as the first female pilot to command an all-female flight on April 1st, 2009. She is also a training professional and pioneer director of Caviton Aviation Training Organization. She is a social entrepreneur and founder of Zoes Foundation, concerned with educational support and capacity building.
All right, so Chioma will come up and then give us her last word before she goes. But before then, okay, so we launched a new book at the beginning of this conference. So we launched a publication of 2 books in 1. Okay, it's called it's my I've been wanting to write this I've been wanting to write this book on mentorship, how to parent your child to find purpose, or how to support your child to find purpose. So I partnered with my son to write that book, and he has a diary, more or less, that is baby steps to purpose. So we opened pre-order, or we launched the book at the beginning of the conference, and we're opening pre-order today. Okay, so look out in the group, right? Look out in the group, look out, everywhere, so that you can make your pre-order. We are offering it as a remarkably cheap rate for what is going on in the market right now. So pre-order is for 4,500 naira for 4 books, for 2 books. And the pre-order period is very, very short, because we know that this price is really, really low. So the pre-order period is short. And then after that, it's going to go to the original price of 6,000 naira. Okay, just a little background. So the book is the story of a mother, right, and how she is supporting her child, or supporting her children. So basically, it's in story format, but what it does is it tells how to train the skills that your children need for every stage of their lives. And then it didn't just talk about training the skills. It talks about the challenges that you can relate to, the challenges, and the strategies that was used to surmount those challenges, and all of that. And then the child's version. Okay, so in his book, my son has gone through, he's 10 years old, his first decade project, where he has talked about the experiences that he's had, how he's learned in different areas around around the areas where we are educating him. So he will tell you his journey towards becoming someone who cultivated the habit of reading, how that didn't happen automatically. So he would talk about he talks about how he went through that process to become a voracious reader. So if your child is someone that is struggling, this might be a story that will inspire him. Okay, he talks about his journey towards public speaking, how at first he didn't want to go on a stage ever, and how we worked through that gift, or basically that skill, how we worked through that skill to, at this moment, he's won 2 international awards as a public speaker. And then many of his entrepreneurship journey, how he started selling juice with 500 naira, and now he sells over 50 bottles every week at 300 naira per bottle, 300 and 350 per bottle. So it's a lot of practical, it's a lot of it's a journey, it's a process, and it's everything about the journey. So it's a book you want to look out for, and it's something you need to have in your library. All right, so Chioma is coming up to give us her final word. All right, man. All right, so Chioma, one last word, one final word for parents who need to support their children.
Supporting your children's dream is so important. It helps you nurture confident, positive, happy children. It shows that you have confidence in them and their abilities, which makes them, of course, very confident as well. It's not easy sometimes. Sometimes they will fail. You need to let them know that it doesn't mean that, because you're going to support them, it will be 100% success. Or even through that failing, they will learn a lot of life lessons. So please, 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 it's key to help you raise well-rounded children, to support their dream. Every parent, I know all of you want to see your child live their dreams. And wherever you can, please do your best. It might not cost you that much money. You might think it's going to cost a lot. No. Think of the positive. Think of the small things you can do to support their dreams, and encourage them. Your words are powerful. They look up to you. They believe in you. So show them that you believe in them by supporting those dreams, with positivity, encouragement, no discouragement, and a lot of prayers as well. Once they know that you believe, and also help them. Books like what Maribeth has written, when they see other parents, other true stories of people whose dreams, who have been able to live their dreams, that will also encourage them to continue in this, even in the light of any even as despite any adversity or any adverse conditions, they will continue to shoulder on. And also they will look at you. Are you living your dream at all? Are you doing anything that you love? That will really help them as well. And that will, so even as you're encouraging them and you're helping them and supporting their aspirations, also think of things you want to do as well and try and do them.
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for making time to be with us and for sharing all this knowledge with us for free. So Chioma, Chioma runs a group on Facebook. If you share that with us so that we can check it out and join, and then she blogs. She has a blog and she's she's Madame on Instagram. So she's giving out so much value on her Instagram page. So you might want to check her out and follow her. Most of your pages or platforms is just Chioma Moma, right?
Yeah, most of my things are Chioma Moma. My podcast is Chioma Moma. My Instagram is Chioma Moma. My Facebook is actually the Parenting Advocates. I have two. I have Facebook and I have the Parenting Advocates. There's a lot of work we're doing as well.
I know. All right. So thank you very much, Chioma. Thank you for making time to be here.
Thank you so much. And I appreciate all the work you're doing. God bless you for organizing this at no cost. I know it took a lot out of you, but God will bless you and replenish you 100-fold in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you very much. Every day saying thank you. Thank you in the comments.
Thank you, everyone that's here. God bless you. I hope to see you again.
All right, Chioma. Thank you so much. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.
All right, people. So that's the size of this one. And our next guest is not in the studio yet, but I'm hoping he'll be in the studio in a couple of minutes. So I'll just sign out and log into the next studio. So we've heard Chioma, like many other speakers we've had so far. The word is support. The word is access. The word is support. Access. Allow your children explore. Allow your children. Leave whatever it is that they're interested in, right? And whatever it is that they have talent in. If you didn't join us, I know a lot of people were in church and all of that in the first two sessions. If you didn't join the first two sessions, those are two sessions you really, really would want to catch a replay on. They were both speakers were telling us stories. There were stories with a lot of lessons in them. So you want to check that out? Yeah, there's just been the power cuts. Welcome to Nigeria. Sorry about this. All right then. So I think this is the cue for us to end this session. All right, people. I'll see you in a bit. Bye.